Hello everybody and welcome to the second episode of the Yaoguai Sanctuary. I'm Icon and we're going to set up this little place into a comfy sect hideout. Well, it'll all take some time. We're definitely gonna need a while for all these things to come together, but we're on a good way. So in the first episode we set up a little bit of a sleeping room, a little bit of food. I think we're gonna be just fine. Shaoji has now his inner disciplehood and went over to the ruins of Taiyi Sect. But since I started out with the extra building materials at the beginning, I'm not that desperate to plunder the materials in Mount Taiyi Sect right away. Usually I am. Usually I am. Alright, so, well, I really want to set up a cultivation array as quick as possible. I think the area that we're freeing up here will be pretty perfect for that. I also recruited another nifty person over at, what's it called? Mount Full Moon. So, well, let's see how today will play out. We got more than enough sleeping places for them dudes. I'm just not that happy with how everything's working out so far. Let's set up an observatory to make sure we're not gonna accidentally die from a severe case of bad feng shui. You know, safety precautions. Shaoji's traveling time is from hell, but that's nothing new. Alright, we got this place now. So, let's put up... We're gonna have metal. Metal begets water. You know, metal is being positively influenced by Earth. So we're going to do an Earth environment. But first things first. Let's put down the cushion as the first thing. Gonna move the stove somewhere else. Maybe not next to the water. Next to the wooden wall. Could catch fire. Drop that down here. Hey, Xiaoji. He brought some treasures. Clothing and some timber. Well, honestly, 57 wood ain't a low amount at all. We're probably best off in mining that stuff right away. So something like that should do the trick. Chop some more trees. I mean, the question is, do I even need that much lumber? But I guess yes. As a building material, it will be always requested for now. Later down the road, I'll build everything out of spirit stone because it rocks, but we're not there yet. Not even close. So this is... in the way. So we're gonna drop it down here. This is going to be Shaoji's cultivation array. And let's put him onto cultivation schedule, because why not? And let's see. That has been the one of the best tips and comments that I've had in the last couple of weeks or so. When you need an artifact for your metal cultivator, you're looking for something of the water element, because water stuff loves metal chi. So if the weapon of your cultivator is made out of a water material, it'll have more HP than with any other material. TLDR. So the problem there is water elemental stuff is hard to come by. We're pretty lucky we got some ice crystal bar. You're not always that lucky. You can either use pears, which grow on trees sometimes. Maybe there's a pear tree somewhere here. Yeah, here. So these fruits would work too, but I had no clue and I didn't come up with the idea that a pail of water can gather from your well. It's also a water elemental low tier item. The thing here is ice crystal bar is bad early on because it's requiring a pretty high level of crafting to to get an artifact out of that. But water and pears, they all have one common denominator. They're low-tier items. Therefore, it's super easy to work with them. So where am I going to place down the crafting table? Bit of a crucial question because you won't be able to move it anymore afterwards. Well, I'd say somewhere into the vicinity of the cultivation array. Iron crafting table. Yeah, okay. Oh, confused strangers dying at our place. But we're a Yaoguai sanctuary, not a human sanctuary. Sorry to tell you, but there's a difference, my good sir. Lady, whatever. Alright, we can set up the chi array. Alright. Basics. And some marble walls. Let's create a bit of a bigger cultivation array than usual. Quite often my cultivation rooms are rather small. But since I have decided that this is going to be Xiaoji's room where he's going to live at, you know, might as well make it worthwhile. So let's store these books. I finally got a shelf to store them in. Finding some purple fabric early on was a pretty neat drop. Doesn't sound like much, but it's actually way better than you might think. Because the cushions are places where your dudes can meditate quite well, and they're much better than most things in the early game. Later we get cushions with higher chi gathering qualities, so they allocate more mana, if you want to say so, on the spot where dude's meditating at. But for now, this is as good as it gets in my humble experiences. Okay, so let's check it out. Can Xiaoji study these things? So I don't want to have elixirs, although it's pretty cool to have these things early on. I mean, there's even cure powder among these. It's pretty useful stuff. And no, I'm more interested in the Talisman collection here. We're starting with some Talisman paper. A frog has come to my sect. Join the wabbit on the pasture. Whatever. Mini pets for the Yaoguai, probably. Okay, our food stocks are running a tad bit low, and since Xiaoji is not really able to do much here for now, let's see. There's one thing I want to check out. What kind of talismans can we draw now? I want to send him over to Porktown. If you don't know what Porktown is, I'm going to show you. So, resistances. Oh, drastic resistances. Nice. Work efficiency. Quality of crafted items. Right. So these are mostly talismans for outer disciples, as far as I can see. We don't have any talismans so far that would help me while traveling. Except for the invisibility one, which would give me less reputation. We're really not that... we're not at the spot of the game where that's really that important. Right now, if we get attacked, our dudes with their bows should be totally able to fend that off. Why are you carrying a English soul gem, good girl? Anybody else? Something dubious in their pockets? No? Good. Just asking. English soul gem is a pretty uncommon item in a starter's inventory. Okay. Meanwhile, we're working hard on the chi array. Luckily, I already got a little bit of stone essence that we can use here for chi gathering purposes. This material, it has the ability to gather chi, as you can see here in the tooltip. It'll soak up mana and make every form of meditation in the center of this whole thing much more effective. In case you're new to this whole thing and wondering what the hell I'm doing here. But if that might be the case, I'd be recommending you other series of mine where I even do tutorials, among other things. But enough about that shameless advertisement. So Shaoji has hit non-paying village. I'm gonna wait until the first adventure there happens before I go into the map. So far, so good here. Resource collection, a little bit of extra boar meat. It's not much, but why not? It's free. Okay, let's get in there and check out the local mortals. So, nothing too impressive here. Huh, well, the best person here would be this Wei Wu dude, but beyond a somewhat decent G-sense, the attributes are beyond horrible, so no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. We got a different thing here that we're looking for. I'm calling this place Porktown for a reason. There we go. Porktown. And it's always there. Whenever you enter the map, it's there for you. And this collection of several hundred units of boar meat will get your sect through the early game easy. I'm just setting this whole thing up because I don't want to raid Porktown forever, because it sucks to do, and micromanagement wise. And the other thing is we're going to have a high hunger in general on our sect, because I plan to have at least 2 body cultivators, because, well, basically I'd love to have a body cultivator of every Yaoguai type, but that's not gonna happen, I think. You know, I really want to try out what the differences of these dudes are this time. I never dive deeper into this topic. So if there's anything that I could do to speed up things or help myself, let me know in the comments, because I'm a rookie when it comes down to Yaoguai body cultivation. Oh, falling treasure. That's a little bit far away. No thanks. We're not quite on the power level to be like, I'll just go down there and check it out. No. There might be a spirit beast down there. That would be uncool to meet that right now. We're really not there yet. Okay, well, at least the basics seem to work out quite decently. Nobody died early on. We didn't have any people going on strike because their mood was that abysmal that they didn't even want to work anymore. So I'd say, really, things are going down quite well so far. Alrighty, Mr. Shaoji, not gonna let you cultivate here further. Let's get over to Mount Baron and let's scan these settlements around us. I want to enter the maps at least once, and I want to make sure that we're checking out what we can do there. No. We're gonna help her, because I want to be a decent person for once. But helping does not mean picking them up into the sect. Alright, so yeah, I really noticed that the slower building speed kicks ass. My ass. So we're really bringing up our sect building a lot slower, but I'm okay with that. I always found that the basic building speed of the game was a little bit ridiculous. I mean, I'll be cursing myself once we're building the mini-universe, I'm pretty sure. Because the building time of that thing is already, without the tribulation debuffs, pretty hard. Oh god. An immortal friend is visiting us. Oh no. A loiterer. So, very important things. First off, you're gonna get that a single bed. Very important because otherwise he's gonna hate his stay, tell his sect, and then his sect will hate us too. And that would be a shame. So, because of that, he's going to get the room of the boss. He's not here. And he can loiter around in our sect. Here we go. Crafting table getting constructed finally. That's a good thing. Alright. Do I have a blueprint for that stuff or not? That's a crappy one. Basic cultivator. Yeah, but I made that out of wood. Hey, resource collection. Alright, Shoji. I need to build up a second room. We need to have a guest room as quick as possible. This time I want to play the diplomacy game a little bit better than the last couple of times. I really played crappy around that part. I mean, can do better. That's a good set of stats, but the rest sucks. Hello there. My god. You're hired. You're definitely hired. We need to talk. Wow. I didn't expect to find such a really, really good mortal person there. And so, under different circumstances, I would pick up her too. Considering that I just got such a big find there. Huh. No, only one recruit. I don't want to have too many people here. Oh, wait a sec. I just realized that I messed myself up. The Immortal Visitor was another person I invited to my sect. I think we can just safely absorb her into our outer disciplehood. I think that's what's happening. It's always confusing me when you invite them over. They get marked as immortal visitors, even if they are just regular mortals. Ah, cotton and jade. Yeah, dudes. What's yours is mine. Okay, let's leave this place. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else to grab here. Usually it's just one warehouse, and then you could go for the residential areas and try to plunder something there, but it's really not nearly as lucrative as you would want it to. Yeah, here. But now that's exactly the that's what I thought would happen here. So here, boom. Take Xiaoji's room. It's okay. We can just build another. Okay, I want to put up a couple of extra things here too. So first off, I want to put up another barrack for my dudes. There we go. We just don't have enough living room here for now. And obviously we don't have enough lumber, but It's mostly because nobody was cutting... Oh, you cut. Okay. Just no assignments running. Alright. So... Yo, dude, you do know that you got your own bed there, okay? Okay. Let's talk to this crazy cultivator and hope that... There we go. Talking to them and one-click favoring them does increase their standing. Bye there, mysterious immortal. It's been a pleasure. Go off and kick some ass for us. Yeah, well... Just when he left us. Alright. It's about time to craft ourselves some artifact water. Oh, our new dude doesn't have a bow, doesn't he? Let's change that. That's a little bit of a sucky situation here, because we got Yaoguai attackers. This could be a little bit rough. Depending on how long Xiaoji's artifact crafting takes. Let's go a little bit faster. I'm just waiting until they move towards my sect. Usually, I do attack them preemptively, but not with mortals, and especially not Yaoguai attackers. Here they go. Alright, now let's interrupt the work and move everybody here. So... Alright, there's the dude coming around the corner, and it's a devilishly fast dude. And we're only taking him down because we're focusing our fire hard. I hate it so much that you can't tell your people to just hold their ground somewhere. This is one of the things about this game where I feel like I'm trapped in the 90s. In a bad way. Luckily, this is only a problem during the very, very early stages of the game. Later on, it almost never happens, so now we're going to attack together. The delay is so important because your dudes all have different move speeds, and therefore it can easily happen to you that that you're accidentally sending one of your guys up front in there, and he's just getting slaughtered because all your other guys that have a way lower movement speed didn't come by, and, you know, I've seen horrible things, and that's, as far as I have seen how to play this game, this is as good as I can do. Probably there's ways and means to do even better, but I don't know why. I don't know how. Feel free to tell me how, if you know how. I'd be delighted to know. Alright, so this visitor here is now loitering on in our chi gathering array, but that's okay. Humble Xiaoji accepts. Sometimes guests are more important. Yo, dude, what about the water pail I sent you crafting? Expired message. Crafted but failed. No! You're too dumb to craft a bucket of water into an artifact. Stop being that rude. I think with 5 points of artifact crafting, the next bucket of water shouldn't be that much of a challenge anymore. Let's try. It's just very important. If he had already an artifact in that situation, we could have just slapped them, dudes. A cultivator is absolutely absurdly strong in comparison to mortal. It's just no comparison. Even the lowest of cultivators. So there we go, artifact power 8 at least. So thanks one more time. I sadly forgot who had that nice tip for me. But yeah, bucket of water. Easiest acquirable water artifact material ever. And I always looked for peers. But here you have it. Don't stop learning here. Okay, so I'm sending Zhao Shi to Mount Copper Tomb next. Just to allocate more resource, you know. I have no clue what I'm going to find there, but since the guest is blocking the chi gathering array anyways, he can't even meditate, so might as well just go somewhere else. Yo, we're again running a tad bit low on timber, so let's chop a couple more of them, dudes. Alright, 40 iron ore, nice. Reminds me that it's about time to set up a workshop for the sect as well. Alright, well, let's check out who's hanging around here. Yuman Mei. Baldy girl. Alright. So that's the regular... That's what I actually expect when I go into a village like that. The last place had extraordinary, plentiful dudes there. So, no. I'm not gonna wrestle a demon beast at this point. And these whirling and swirling cultivators there, they won't raise a finger to help me. Strangely enough, they don't get attacked by the demon beasts either, but that's an entirely different story. Tells a lot about these people, don't you think? Alright, so this place doesn't have any warehouses we could plunder? Okay. I thought there was something. Maybe I've overlooked it. Talisman with no effect. Sure. Bowl of fine meal. Another talisman. Superstitious people, you know, putting up useless talismans. Okay, so without fighting power, I can't gather anything here. Although, I gotta say, the rabbit demons are among the most harmless. That's one thing for sure. But at the same time, no, I don't want to. I don't want to have any unnecessary risks here for us. This is a newbie place. Okay, beautiful. So all we're lacking now is a little bit of flooring in there. Hello there, curious stranger. What's up? I'm always quite baffled about the fact that these curious strangers would just stay here until they die. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing about this place, building space, is really, really something we need to we need to work up for us. So there's gonna be a lot of artificial flooring here. So let's do this here. I want to start setting up workshops and such, and it just won't happen without without extra floorboards. Okay, so Shaoji is back home. Well, I'm gonna cut the episode here. We are on a good end for this one. Next episode, I'm going to start raiding the remains of the Tai sect. And I think it's also about time to start relationships with other sects. I mean, we're off for a pretty good start, I think. Time-wise, I'm okay. Already been to pretty much every place before the first story event started, so yeah. Drop me your comments down below. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Daily content coming up from my side. There's just one notification bell between you and staying informed. Have a good one, and see you soon.